Hare Krishna. Welcome you all to Bhagavad Gita 18 days course. So today we have come to third chapter. So quickly we have come to the third day of the 18 days. Okay. And it's been like all the 2 days were very interesting. Today also the lessons are very interesting. Tomorrow it will be still more interesting. So each day you will find the difference. So all this we are learning from ISKCON. So we have come to the temple, Sri Radha Govinda temple. Let us pay obeisances to Sri Radha Govinda and ask for blessings to bless us, to have more knowledge, to understand what he has given in Bhagavad Gita, so that we understand the meaning of it and inculcate in our life, so that we become a better human being. That is what is our aim, better human being, and get out of this material world. How to go out of material world? Today it will be taught in a detailed manner. So let's go to the lessons now. So once I'll just read 3 times I'll say Hare Krishna Mantra. Already you people have done, all those people who had joined earlier, they've already done too many times Mahamantra. But to my satisfaction, I'm saying I'm telling for 3 times. You also can mute, on mute button you can say. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes. Is anybody comfortable taking pranati? Can raise hand. I can unmute them and you can start. Or else I will take, no problem. Absolutely. Okay. Take your own time. But don't feel like, how to, I may not be perfect. So how to, say, don't feel bad. We're all like a family only. So slowly you have to come out of the shell, and then slowly you'll get, once you read it, you'll get confidence, and then it will be perfect. Okay. So today is only a 3rd day. So we'll wait for 1 week. So after that 7 days, 8 days and all, you'll be having little confidence to read this pranati. All very 2 lines only. So I think I told you in your class now, I will post the audio. I forgot. Can Kirti Mathaji, later on, can you just remind me that
Yes,
I have to post audio, so that people will get used to. The other class also I have to send. I'm taking 1 or 2, 3 classes in a day. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yeah, Rajalakshmi Mataji, you have raised your hand. You want to read, Mataji? Please unmute, Mataji. Yeah, please unmute. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Mataji, please go ahead.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishtam Strapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padak Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam cha Sri Rupa Sagarjatam Sahajana Raghunathanvitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalitam Sri Vishakhanvitam cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kantam Namostute.
Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shamanasute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vacha Kalpatarubhyash Kripa Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo. Are you saying, Mataji, or shall I continue?
Namo Brahmana Devaya Gaur Brahmana Hitaya cha Jagat Ditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Nama Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishnaya Prema Pradaya.
I'll do it, Mataji, no problem. You can take your time. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. You can take a after 2-3 days also, no problem. Take your own time. Yes, so we have come to the class of understanding Bhagavad Gita in 18 days. So today is the third chapter. So third day, third chapter. And the title of that chapter is Karma Yoga. What is karma means what? Action. And what is that? Yoga of action. I think the first class itself I said, yoga means to remember God. To get united means what? By remembrance, by thinking Lord, we are getting that, transcendental nature you get. When you think of Lord, when you do any action, thinking of Lord, you go to a separate mode. You're not in the material world. So physically you'll be there, but mentally, that's why when you do japa and all, you should just close your eyes and just be in that thought. So that is what is called yoga, and not that exercise. What normally what we hear in material world, what we say yoga class means one hand up and one leg up. That is not yoga. So thinking of Lord and doing any action is called yoga. So the yoga, actual proper yoga is also there. People do meditation, and that is actual yoga. Then working in Krishna, or either yoga of action you can say, or working in Krishna consciousness, aware of Krishna. Krishna is there, he is there to protect us, so let us serve him. That is what we have to be always aware of. Yeah, so next page. So all these writings of Prabhupada only we are referring, based on the teachings of His Divine Grace, Abhaicharan Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Okay, so yesterday what we learned, a quick recap, chapter 2 summary of Gita. Yesterday we saw crisis management. What was the crisis? Arjuna was very bold and he entered that battlefield, and he was asking, Krishna was his charioteer. He said, take the chariot in front of both the armies. I want to see who is there in front of you, against us, who is there against us, to fight against us. So Krishna rode the chariot, and he stood, he made it stand just opposite to his grandfather, his teachers, and all his cousins. Everybody were there, and we just stood there. We made the chariot in front of that. Then immediately what Arjuna's entire thing got changed. He was very bold, and he was okay, fine. I was very good in, because they never wanted to have the fight, right? It was Kauravas who were saying like, no, let them fight in the war, and if they win, let them get the kingdom. So he was okay because he was confident in himself. So they came to that battlefield, and the moment he saw his grandfather, everybody, all his own people, the teacher who has taught him how to lift the bow and put the arrow and all that. So those teachers are there in front of him. His own grandfather is there. All his cousins are there. Then he became perplexed. He became bewildered. He says, no, this I cannot tolerate. So in the first full chapter, he went on lamenting, no, this is sin, and not done, like doesn't give me any enjoyment. Even if I win the war, that won't give me any enjoyment. This is all sinful activity. What will happen to the tradition, family tradition? He just went on and on and on. Krishna just gave his ears. Krishna didn't utter a single word in first chapter. Why? That is what we have to learn. If anybody has any problem, if they come to us, you just keep your ears open and listen. Whatever they say, keep listening. Don't immediately judge. So this in Bhagavad Gita, that is what we should learn from each shloka and from each action. People how they perform. From that we can learn whether should be taking their actions as a life plan. I mean, we should be either not getting the proper word. Should we follow their actions, or should we just reject their action? That's what I said yesterday also. Actually, I'm tired and I need water. The class started, I didn't drink water. Yes. So Gita teaches us what to do and what not to do. So each character will teach us. They may have good qualities. Okay, Duryodhana is not entirely bad, but his action towards Pandavas was bad. So and many other related things will come. So you should judge with your intelligence. You should judge whether should we follow their footsteps or even Dronacharya was good only. But here the character what he has portrayed is he was not on the right path. He was supporting the wrong people. So we should use our intelligence to know whom should we follow and whom should we not follow. Each shloka will tell us each person's behavior will also tell. So in Krishna's behavior we can learn. So we should also keep a peace, give a patient hearing whenever somebody is having problem. They are approaching you with their problems. Just keep listening. After entire thing when they have said, then slowly open up. Say you are the person who is wrong. He will accept. Then he will have the brain to accept what you say. But in between, if you say, he won't accept. So all these things we saw. So yesterday, that was a crisis management. He was totally perplexed. So he was saying, oh, so what should I do? I'm confused now. So karpanya dosho pahata swabhavaha. So kindly you accept me as your disciple. That is what Arjuna says. I am totally confused. So I am running away from the battle. He doesn't say that. Though he had that one thought came, I'll better take sannyas and go. Rather, fight this battle and win the war and, have the kingdom. I'll better take sannyas. So, but as a Kshatriya, he's not allowed to take sannyas. He has to be bold and face the music. So he says like, I'll become your disciple. Kindly tell me what is to be done. Then Bhagavan 11, from 11th verse, he teaches my real identity. Means who are we? Paramatma, he is actually talking about Atma, soul. Are we the body? Are we the soul? And all he explains in detail, 11 to 30. He just from verse. He's explaining, and then two duties. You have to fight the war. And what will happen? The outcome will be either you will win or you will lose. On both it is a win-win situation. Even if you lose, if you die, that place is such a pious place, like you will get Swarga. Swarga means a higher planet. That everybody doesn't get, normal life we lead. So, and we may die of any disease also. So you don't get Swarga. But in that, this battlefield, if anybody dies, if he dies or anybody dies in that battlefield, they will get Swarga. And suppose if he is alive, he has won the war, then he will get kingdom. So both ways, is a win-win situation. So Hatova Prapsisi Swargam. If you lose the war also, you will get the Swarga. If you die, you will get Swarga. And my real identity, it is one, Dehinosmi. I am this body, what you're seeing is not my real identity, not your real identity. The one what you talk about yourself is the soul, which is there inside your heart. And the last topic what we discussed was sustained happiness. What is the sustained happiness? Seeking of Lord and doing all your action. That will Prajahati Yada Kama. And that also. We should leave up your Kama. Kama means the love for enjoying the material objects. So that you have to leave. That was the last topic was discussed. And today what we are going to learn is renunciation or action. Now again, in every chapter, it will start with Arjuna's confusion and he will ask question. So that is how a student has to behave. You should not just accept whatever the teacher says. Okay, my teacher has said, I'm accepting. Why? I don't know my teacher, nothing like that. So you should ask question. Like yesterday we had a question answer session, right? So it was very interesting, like interaction. So at the end of the class, we will have that interaction section also. I am not in any hurry. Yesterday, actually, we were late. Still, you people took out time and you sat for so long and we discussed. So Arjuna is having confusion. He's saying, you are asking me, you should not fight for any material benefit. Okay. But now what are you asking me to do? Fight the war. Fight the war. For what? To get kingdom. Is it not for some many material benefit? So what should I do? Should I renunciate? Or should I do action? Ekam vada. Tell one very clear point. You tell me, what should I do? Ekam vada means say. Ekam, just one word you tell me, what should I do? Because he's getting confused. Then what the next topic we will be, this topic is discussed is Nishkama Karma Yoga is better than Jnana Yoga, is greater than Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is what? Jnana yoga is getting in knowledge. Okay, jnana, everybody must be knowing. Jnana means knowledge. So, and by yoga is related to the Lord. So, jnana yoga related to the Lord, we are all learning, we are increasing the knowledge. And that is, Nishkama karma yoga is better than having the knowledge. Means what? Nishkama karma is do any action thinking of the Lord. The opposite of Nishkama is Sakama. Sakama is I am going to job, I am getting a salary, my family I will take care, mine, and I, all that factor will be big. No, I'm doing everything for the Lord. Nishkama karma yoga. I'm not doing anything. Yes, I'm writing exam, but what is the outcome? That I don't know. I will do my best, 100%. I will put my effort. The outcome may be bad. Okay, that is what is his wish. I'll give the second try, third, fourth. One day the God will be fed up of your, study determination. Yesterday, one Prabhuji said, no, finally I cleared. God has to bow down. He will say, oh my God, this devotee is not leaving me. So he will definitely give whatever you feel like. But then we should also be deserving candidate for that. So Nishkama karma is not for your sake. You are doing any action, karma yoga, any action for the sake of the Lord. You're doing japa, all this, whatever you people must be doing for in a spiritual line, it should be not done for people to know. It should be done for the God to know. And you yourself. You know how many japa you do, and God will also know. So niyatam kuru karma. Keep continuing doing that. Don't have any, I did so many times, so many days I've been doing puja part and all, so many times I went to temple. What did I get? No, don't expect anything. It is only nishkama karma. Do it to please the Lord. Then third, what we are going to learn is karma kanda to karma yoga. What is karma kanda, jnana kanda, and all these things are what? Action with expecting some result. That is kanda. And the one, when you use yoga, without any expectation of result, you just do it to please the Lord. That is only difference. Karma is action. Karma kanda is doing action with expecting something in return. That is what is normally people do. Definitely, when you take up a job, you always expect a good raise in your salary. And actually, you take up a job only when your profile is matched and you get good salary. Or you go to college, you study, you write exam for getting good marks. True. But what is the outcome? That you are not supposed to bother. Even if you don't get good marks, even if you are not selected in the best company which you really wanted to join, Google. Chalo, Google mein job laga to jackpot. But no, you didn't get it. So what? Better than Google, there will be some company where you will be hired. Maybe that is the best, company that opportunity is waiting. So that is how we have to take our life. So karma kanda is what? Expecting. I'm doing this action and I'm expecting. Two, we have to upgrade ourselves to karma yoga. Karma yoga is we are doing action, but no, I'm not going to expect anything. Whatever is the outcome, I'm ready to accept it because that is his decision. So pravartitam chakram. Otherwise, what will happen is we keep repeating in this word birth, death. The once you leave that, expectation and all that, then you are on the right path and you can reach the Goloka Vrindavan faster. We can reach the Lord's abode. Then fourth topic, what is discussed is lead by example. We should be like leader. So that because we won't know how many people are actually watching us, and even on the road, a society, somebody may be watching us. They will try to copy us. So let us be an example at home also. Like we all, young parents are there, so you can find your kids must be just watching. My mommy does that, so I'll do. My papa does this, so I will do. I mean, children learn like that. They learn from their parents. Then they go to school. They learn from the teachers. Then they are there in the society. From society also they learn. So every human being has to lead as an example. So what will happen is they will behave themselves very well because they have that thing like somebody is following this. They will learn something good from me. So let me behave good. That sort of a mentality they will get. So yat acharati shrestha. The way you keep behaving yourself well, there are people following. Tat eve taram janaha. People are there to follow you. And then the last topic what we are going to discuss is greatest enemy. Who is our greatest enemy? Our neighbor, our best friend, who was once upon a time best friend, or you can name anybody. No, that is not our greatest enemy. Because they're all very good only. Some, circumstance, something misunderstanding, we must have fought and have some difference of opinion. Otherwise, the greatest enemy is Iha Vairinam. Is what greatest enemy? Shall I tell the secret now? I'll keep it as a secret. Vairinam is enemy, okay? I don't want to keep you all in the dark. Not great. It is only our own, this what, love for material things. So you should not have. That's all. You may think, oh, itna bada, secret Mathaji is going to get. Then when we come to that topic, iske liye bada, she was saying like, it's a secret. So here Vairinam is not any human being or animal or bird as an enemy. It is only our own liking for the material objects, which we have to just, we should not get attracted. Basically, if you are attracted to material object, then your fall down begins. From that moment, you can count. Your fall down is started. Okay, now, like quick recap of all 2-3 days, whatever we learned. 3 stages of understanding God. So what are the 3 stages? Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan. What is Brahman? What we learned? It is the light form. A light. Morning when you get up, you light a lamp. Not only in our culture, there are in other religion also they do. They light a candle, maybe not a proper oil lamp. They will be lighting a candle. It is like invoking God. So in the morning also, like when they see the sun, they'll do argyam. They do all that water. They say some prayer and they do. There are people. So the light itself is invoking. There are people who are treating that as a god and they are respecting. They say some shloka and all that. So at home also what we do is we light a lamp and we invoke the Lord. Then there is another form of the Lord, which these are one stages of understanding God. So there's no yahi karna hai, nahi karna hai, aisa nahi hai. So and then Paramatma form. Paramatma form is the 4-handed form, Narayana form, who is residing in everybody's heart. In all jivatma, in all, in ants, in ant or mosquito, in every or tree or bada elephant or any living being, this Paramatma is residing there. The same Paramatma is residing in my heart also. So he is there in every living being's heart with 4-handed form. He is the Narayana form. And then 2-handed form is Bhagwan form. He just looks like us only, 2 eyes, wherever nose and hands and everything, height, weight, everything. He will be just looking like us. So, and God himself says, you can worship me in this form is better than in this form. Because in this form, when you do worship, no problem in this. So if you want to, offer something food, where is the mouth? See, because we are all embodied soul, right? So we feel somebody is hungry, or take. So we see them eating. So a poor person comes, you give them food, or you give them some clothes they will wear. You give them some books they will use. But in this Arupa form, Arupa is without form. You cannot correlate. There are people who are very intelligent, very, mahir. So they may be able to understand. But for us, we are all embodied souls. So we can correlate only a bodied, God having a proper body like us. Then we feel, oh, even I didn't offer anything to God. Even he may be hungry. Or Bal Gopal, when you keep and all, oh God, you really want to feed that Bal Gopal first. Then only you'll have anything. On and often you go and see, oh, Bal Gopal, did you eat? Oh, now this time for no milk time is there. Chalo fatafat milk garam karo and offer it to the Lord. Then every now and then you feel, oh, there's some bacha, there's somebody is there whom we have to feed or we have to take care. That sort of a feeling you get when you have this Bhagwan form. Okay, next topic. What are the 6 opulence? That also we learned yesterday. What are the 6 opulence? Beauty. He is full of beauty, wealth, and fame, and strength, and knowledge, and renunciation. More than anybody more beautiful than him, the Lord? No, there's nobody. No wealthier than anybody wealthier than the Lord? No. So he is the ultimate epitome. So he has all the 6 opulence. And what about us? We are all his children. So don't we have all this? Yes. We are also very beautiful, very wealthy, very famous and very, strong. And we have so much knowledge and we are into that renunciation. But in the quantity, it is very less. We are all like Anu. Anu means like in a very small speck, like atom. Atom is so small, like that. That's why it's called Anu. He is like Vibhu. He is very big. So from him, we have all come. So even we have the same opulence. He is Satchitananda, so we are also Satchitananda. So that all we'll discuss later. But we should remember, we are all his children. So even we have all the 6 opulence. Yeah. Then, so who am I? That also we learned yesterday. Who am I? Are we saying like this is I? No, I is I. I am I. Oh, sorry. I am I. I am teeth. I am ear. We don't say that. This is my ears, my eyes, and my hair, and my body, and my mobile, my book, my house, my people, my children, my husband, my wife. We always say my. But then who is the original person who is referred to? That original person is Atma. So he is the person who is I. He owns all this hair, eye, mouth, and all that. So it is said, Atma is the original, we are referring to. So all these living beings are all called Atmas. Only the body is what? A covering. That is what yesterday we did it in detail. The second chapter was all full of that only. And the body is made up of what? All the 5 elements. The moment the soul comes out of this body, all 5 elements will start decaying. It will not, the body itself. So when a person dies, what we say, it is a dead body. We don't say dead soul or anything. So the body is only dying, the soul doesn't die. So that also we learned yesterday. Yeah, now we'll go to today's chapter. Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha Karma Yoga Atha Tritiyo Dhyayah. Third chapter, it is talking about karma. Karma means action. Anybody is interested in reading the shlokas, they should be doing it quickly. Then we just raise your hand. I will unlock you, unmute yourself, unmute you, and we can read. If nobody is reading, I'll read. Arjuna Vacha Jayasi Chet Karmanase Mata Buddhir Janardana Tatkin Karmani Ghore Mam Niyojayasi Keshava. Arjuna said, Oh Janardana, oh Keshava, why do you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare if you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work? He says, no, fruitive work is not advisable. He often says that, no, don't expect anything in return. Don't do anything. No, that, that is what karma, today we are going to learn in detail. But when you say that you don't expect anything in return, then why are you asking me to fight this war, this ghastly warfare, killing so many people, bloodshed and all that, to get a kingdom? And you yourself is saying, no, you should not expect anything in return. Just, do your duty. So this, don't you think, intelligent person will not do this? So he says, if you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work, so why do you engage me in this ghastly warfare? A very innocent question he asks. So Bhagavan is replying, Bhagavan kabhi next is aayega. 3.2 is still continuing. Okay. My intelligence is bewildered by your equivocal instructions. He just got confused. You're just telling so many things, and just clearly you tell me ekam bada. In this only that word comes. I'm getting confused. You talk so many words, then I'm now confused. You're saying renunciation, do for my, think of me. And then you're saying action karo for getting the kingdom. So I'm getting confused. So my intelligence is bewildered by your equivocal instruction. Therefore, please tell me decisively which will be the most beneficial for me. So here we may also think, yes, what I at least I felt the same thing when I started learning Bhagavad Gita. Whatever Arjuna says is true. But then he actually is understanding in the other way. When he says, Bhagavan says, you just worship me, he thinks, Arjuna thinks worship means what? Oh, then I have to leave everything, sit on meditation, do nothing, and keep saying Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare. Don't do any work. This is what he presumed. So he's saying, so if I worship you, how can I do work? I cannot do any work. So it's work or worship. That was the topic, renunciation or work. What should I do? If I renunciate, renunciate everything and think of it, yes, that can be done. Or I can do work. But then Bhagavan of this call, he is telling in detail now. Ekam vada, this also means. Ekam vada, tell one. Yeah, see, there is a, indicator. We're just going on a way. There's an indicator, go this way, that way, this way, that way. So where you'll take turn, we won't know. So that same way, Arjuna is also confused. So in 2.11 to 30, what he said, Jnana Yoga, he's been taught full buddhi. We are not the body, we are the soul. All that, knowledge was told to him, imparted to him. And in here, in this, from 2.38 to 2.53, he says, Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga means use your intelligence. Devotional activity is not sinful. So he is all the more confused, like us only. Even we are all confused what exactly Bhagavan is saying. So now he will, God will make it clear. Yeah, so this is Nishkama Karma Yoga. So whatever you do it as an offering to me. Yeah. Karmendriyani samyamya ya ase manasa smaran indriyarthan vimodhatma mityachara sa uchyate. One who restrains the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. So you may get today's quiz. I hope you all are writing quiz every day, okay? You are supposed to write. Even if you delay, no problem. But if you do it, I mean, you're not, procrastinating your work. Simple, only 10 questions. Just do it on everyday basis. You'll be all the more motivated to do for the next quiz also. Don't keep it pending. So I think this Mityachara one question will come out. What do you mean by Mityachara? Some question will come. I don't remember, but I remember one. The Mityachara one question is there. You have to select the right answer. Okay. So what is Mityachara? He's a pretender. Why he's a pretender? So he looks like a sannyasi. He has that robe, that saffron robe and kamandalu and what that, all his long hair and beads, and he looks like a Swamiji with mala and all. But what he's using? Cigarette in his hand and mobile. So is mobile bad for the sannyasi? It is not. Mobile is bad. But he is actually enjoying talking to, oh, how are you? And that, Grama Katha, what our NND Prabhuji says, Grama Katha. We are not supposed to talk. Grama Katha is gossiping. Whether he ate food or he did, what is he doing? Why are you concerned? You have taken sannyasa. Sannyasa means what? You have decided to devote your entire time, 25/7. You have decided to be in the thought of the Lord and you're going to please him. So instead, what you're doing, you're pleasing your senses. You want to smoke, you want to talk. So he's a pretender, he's a mityachara. So one who restrains the senses of action, but whose mind is restrained, having that robe and all, okay. Then, but his mind dwells on sense objects. So that is such a person will be called as pretender, mityachara. Yeah. Then Nishkama Karma Yoga. What is Nishkama Karma Yoga? Niyatam Kuru Karmatvam Karmadhyayo Karmajyayo Hya Karmana Sharirayatra Pichate Na Prasidyet Akarmana. Perform you may be thinking, how many akarmana and all is come, because now we are going to talk about karma only. So let us go into the detail of that. Perform your prescribed duty. For doing so is better than not working. One cannot even maintain one's physical body without work. So this is something we have to understand what Bhagavan is saying. Nowhere in Bhagavad Gita you can find Bhagavan bolte hain ki, like, chalo mere ko puja karo, chalo. Keep doing puja only. Don't do your work or don't do any other work. He has never said that. Do your duty and think of me and do your duty. That is what he's saying. But without performing your duty, see, the sages, unka duty kya hai? They have to do this, yajna and all that. Our duty is what? As a housewife, she has to cook and take care of the children, take care of the house and all. A businessman has to take care of the business and everything. Or a student has to take care of his studies. And so everybody, each individual has got his own duty. Like Arjuna has got his duty of fighting the war. So he's saying, you have to do your duty. That is, perform your prescribed duty. For doing so is better than not working. Not working, what is meaning? Just sitting and praying the Lord. That is not done. You have to do your duty, but how are you supposed to do? Think of me, just as an offering to me. Start the work by this, salute, and I mean, just some prayers, you say and worship. And after the work also, just come and worship. Before eating, one worship, just say one prayer. After eating also you do, but before going to sleep, after getting up from the bed, every time you just think of the Lord, offer everything. Offer is just prayers. Do prayers with full concentration. That is what offering. So one cannot even maintain one's physical body without work. So you cannot just, the body needs to be, you can't just sit idle. The body also needs some movement. So that is what is mentioned here. And yeah, so you have to, this is what you have to understand is one has to do their duty, prescribed duty. Yeah, now we will talk about karma. These are the different types of karma. Karma is what? Any good karma. You can help somebody, or physically you can, old ladies waiting on near the traffic signal. Just hold her, I mean, take her bag, they hold her hand and cross. Yeah, some, blind or some disabled, physically challenged. You can help them, or anybody, you can do anything. And with the devotional also, we can do it. Helping, buying books for them, Bhagavad Gita book, and all these things will come under good karma. Karma means any good karma. So good work on material platform that brings good reaction is called karma. And what is vikarma? We'll go to the third one. Vikarma is the opposite of good karma. It's a bad karma, means breaking laws of God. The, theft and, I mean, all that, chori karo and stab and, kill somebody, speaking lies, all this comes under vikarma. Now, what is akarma? Akarma is devotional activity for which one suffers no reaction. Here, when you do good work, what you get? Punya. You get, see, every action has got its own, equal and opposite reaction. So karma may be hai. What you get? You get bahut sara punya. And what is that punya will take you to? It will go to you, it will take you to higher loka. Till Indra, Chandra, till Brahma loka tak. It will take you somewhere. You can suppose, if you have a lot of punya, just you'll be transferred there. After this janma, you'll be transferred there. You can enjoy that place. After all that, when this gets depleted, all your karma, that balance gets depleted, again you will fall back here to start your new account of doing karma. Good karma, bad karma. But if you do bad karma, you go down, lower planets, finish off all your, that as if like you go to jail and come back. You do some mistake and you go to jail and finish off your tenure, the 10-year imprisonment or something. That you finish and one day, you're released, you just come out of the jail. But where you come to the house. Again, start doing your karma. So the same thing here, karma and vikarma is that. In vikarma, you get bad reactions, and karma, good reactions. There is punya. Karma mein punya milta hai, and vikarma will get you pap. What is akarma? Akarma will not give you any reaction. That is called akarma. Means there is no action at all. Even if you do anything, what is that? Devotional activity for which one suffers no reaction. There is no reaction at all for this action. What is that action? Like learning Bhagavad Gita. Whatever, like listening to Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, doing japa, and worshipping, offering Lord some food or anything, going to temple, all these, because in that you don't have any, suppose you have, but I am getting some benefit, then it is gone. Then it is coming under karma. If you expect something in return, then it's a good karma you're doing, but it will fall in karma. If anything bad you do, it comes under vikarma. But in akarma, you don't expect anything. You do japa, you do everything. What are you expecting? No, I'm not expecting. This is my duty. Every day morning, I have to get up. Early morning, I have to get up. I have to see Mangalarti. Mangalarti, Mangalarti is that morning Arati is done. It is like Nirmalya Darshana, we say, or Vishwa Darshana. Vishwa Darshana of the Lord. Like morning, when you get angry, how what did I see in the morning? Like, today everything is going bad. Whom did I see? Whose face I saw today? Some, you say like that. So better to see God's face in the morning, 4:30, the curtain opens, Bhagwan ka darshan hoga, and they do Aarti and all that. Half an hour, they have enjoy watching the Lord and the way the, bhajans are done. And then after that, if you want, you can go to sleep. If it will be 5 o'clock, then you will have lost your sleep also. Do japa and the whole day, the japa will work for you. So such things, whatever you do for the Lord, without expecting anything, as a duty when you do, that thing will come under akarma. Akarma will not fetch you punya or papa. So that we need to do that. Then only we can go, keep 1 month step forward and we can reach the Lord's abode. But karma or vikarma is not like that. Karma means you get punya. It is like going to a picnic with some cash, like 50. You like swipe the card and all that things. I'm just talking like one example. You take some amount of cash and you go, okay, 50,000, 1 lakh and all, you go for trip and all. Slowly that amount comes down, it comes to zero. You don't wait till that time, but then you again have to come back because over, mere paas jitna paisa tha khatam ho gaya, where to come? I have to come home, again earn. Again, save so much and go for next picnic. It is karma is that way. Earn something good, go to a picnic. Picnic is go to higher loka, enjoy there. Again, you come back. Vikarma. Again, I am strongly telling this is the base. So every time this will come. Vikarma is bad activities. You will be punished for that. You will be going down. The patala, vitala, atala, sutala, and all that. You will go there. You will be burned and roasted and all that. So all the treatments will be given to you. All the pap account is zero. Now your no balance is there. Now you go where we'll be brought here. We'll be born here next January. But again and again, we are just born here, which we have to avoid. We have to go out of this material world. So what we have to do is akarma. So from today onwards, we should do akarma. Hey Krishna. Okay. Okay. So from karma kanda to karma yoga. Yes. I just said in the beginning, karma kanda is what? Any action you do with an expectation of result. Now we have to upgrade ourselves to karma yoga. Do all your action, but as a matter of, my action is to please the Lord. I'm doing so much japa. Oh, look, from since our Mangalarti, even before Mangalarti, we are all up, like, from 3 o'clock it starts. 3 or even much before, sometimes 2:45 when I get up, the thing, japa is still going on. So people get up. There are people who gets up so early because they may be working and all. So they finish till 7:30, the japa session will be going on. So this is all like, we have to actually service to the Lord. These are all the devotional activities what we are doing. You're doing for what? Not to show people like, see, I'm doing, I got up so early, I did so many rounds and all. Whatever rounds you do, you need not have to say. Because it's enough paap ka battery hai, like, backlog is there, so much of paap. To wipe out that, so little is nothing. We have to keep on doing. So that is what we have to, in that angle, we have to think. So this from Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga, how we have to upgrade ourselves. Yajnata karmano anyatra loko ayam karma bandhanaha tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu, Krishna, all one. Again, this will be taught in one of the lessons. Vishnu is just an expansion of Krishna only. The 3 Vishnus are there, that all will be explained to you. So work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Anything you need to, any action for the Lord, we have to do it. Otherwise, work causes bondage in the material. Any action not for pleasing the Lord, for anything other than, action, anything done other than pleasing the Lord will always carry some baggage, either punya or papa, So that will cause bondage in this material world. Therefore, son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, for the satisfaction of the Lord. You should do your duties just to satisfy the Lord. And in that way, you will always remain free from bondage. There's no punya, no papa. Your account is always free. I mean, no, nothing. You may be doing all the action. See, in the modern world also, how can we do? You may be confused. I think I read somewhere, maybe purport only I read, along with I read. It is said, he'll be like any other ordinary man. So such man is what? He will be differently dressed or differently decorated. Nothing like that. He'll be normal person, at a family man, going to job, doing all his duties and all that. Internally, what? He's doing all his actions as a offering to the Lord. He will be working, but Bhagwan, to make job diya hai, like, let me do it properly. Just grace me for that. Whatever I'm getting, it's all your, grace. He offers, like mentally offering everything. It's because of you, Bhagwan. It is because of you. That is what we have to always be humble and offer all our actions to the Lord. So there won't be outwardly, you cannot find any difference between, the person who is a bhakta, who is a devotee and non-devotee. They will be looking same, but internally a devotee will be always peaceful. Nothing can shake you. Yeah, so in that way, you will always remain free from bondage. So always do karma to satisfy Lord Krishna. So how are we supposed to be? Like a lotus leaf, when there is a water drop is fallen on a lotus leaf, it's like a velvety type, So the water doesn't get, the leaf doesn't get, become wet. So the drop will just flow like, mercury, you must have seen mercury in the thermometer, how it doesn't get touching the edges, it will move like that. So realize that you are a soul. Always remember that we are not the body. Whatever bondage we have, it's all because of the bodily relation we have. But when you think you are a soul, the other person is also soul. So that affection, that attachment will not be there. So do your duty with detachment. First is what we have to learn. We have to be detached. So, but then I'm in the family. How can I not love them? You can love. You can, you should do your duty. Everything you should do. Only point is you should not expect anything in return from them. Do everything for your children. Don't expect. Do everything for your studies. Write exam. Don't expect the result. Do everything for, apply to jobs and go for interview. Everything's done. Like get on. No anxieties should be there. If you are destined, you will be definitely called. You will be definitely given that. And this miracle, I take that as miracle because normally I don't expect anything. Abhi to Bhagavad Gita, to now I'm learning. Even before that is my nature. Because nothing is in our hand. Anything can happen anytime. So what are we to decide? Oh God, this I didn't expect, this I didn't expect. So whatever comes, oh, better. Even if I had planned, this would have not been so great. So God has given me the best thing, this is what best for me. This sort of acceptance has come long back. This has to come, actually. Everybody should get that. Then you will not retaliate. But then that fighting spirit will go. That is what on the first day, somebody said, yesterday. I think Nitesh, somebody said, no, it is not like that. Fighting spirit has to be there. Only the expectation should keep it as a zero. I don't know how that can be done. I don't know. Because maybe I like that fighting spirit. So it is okay for me. Some people are very, this. Yes, I have to achieve the target. So that belly in the fire, we said, no, adrenaline, that should be there. Then only you win. No, you win only when God decides that if you're destined to win, only He has to decide. We have no choice at all. But we should do our duty. That is what, and with detachment. We should not have any detachment, not only with the people, with your job, whatever you do, all your action with a detached mode, you should do. But give your 100%. Yeah, from again, that is only continued. Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga 3.10. Sahayajna praja shritva purovacha prajapatihi anena prasavishyadvam yeshavo astva ishta kamaduk. In the beginning of creation, the Lord of all creatures sent forth generations of men and demigods, along with sacrifices for Vishnu, and blessed them by saying, be thou happy by this yajna, sacrifice, because its performance will bestow upon you everything. I don't know this. Normally, we don't put this shloka. It's down here. Okay. Bestow upon you everything desirable for living happily and achieving liberation. So, in the beginning of creation, what all created? So many things were created, right? So, the Lord of all creatures, Bhagwan, Apna, Krishna Bhagwan, sent for generations of men and demigods along with sacrifices, puja, part, everything they do for pleasing the Lord. And be thou happy by this, all this. And I will also be happy because of all your performance and all. And I will bestow you whatever you ask for, whatever you desire, I will bestow you. And then you can lead a very happy life. I don't know why this has come here. Anyway, so we can learn. Yeah. So that is related to this. So they not only see in general, men not only believe in God, Krishna and do, they believe in so many. We have so many gods. Like we in general we say, oh, I have Ishtadeva. They say Ishtadeva. It means I like that God so much. No, it can be Ayyappa or Ganpati. Yeah, we Ayan Ganpati and all. Oh, people are mad for Ganpatis. And what this Hanuman. Saturday means people go mad. Or Thursday, oh, Sai Baba ke liye, what big queue, and people are really, I won't say crazy, but people really believe. So what happens is, yes, people believe and they get results also. Why they believe in that? Because whatever they ask for it, they get it. So the belief becomes strong. So this is what is said in this. Devan bhavayatanena tu te deve bhavayantu vah parasparam bhavayantah shreya param avapsyate parasparam. So what happens? Both parasparam, they become happy. You pray the demigods, all these gods and all, they will be very pleased. They will also bestow you. You pray Lakshmi Devi, she'll be very happy and give you all wealth and all that. You pray Saraswati Devi for what? Knowledge. Oh, she'll be also pleased and bestow you all that. So each god is given his department to delegate. Krishna has delegated that work. So they are also happy, and we'll also be happy serving these gods. So the demigods being pleased by sacrifices will also please you, and thus by cooperation between them, parasparam, by cooperation between men and demigods, prosperity will reign for all. So is there anywhere it is said, no, because there are rumors, I have heard it. No, in ISKCON, no, they say only Krishna ko pujna hai. No, we are not in ISKCON, actually, we are learning Bhagavad Gita. ISKCON doesn't come in the picture at all. We are learning Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita 3.11, it is 3.10 also said the same thing. It's a continuation is 3.11. Whomever you worship, they will be pleased. They will bestow you all good things. You will also be happy. The gods, whoever is bestowing, they will also be happy. They will be pleased with you. Only that we should understand it is all been done by the master game planner, Krishna. He has instructed all this. That much we should understand. That's all. So then you learn like, oh, then why should I take this route? Ask Saraswati Devi, then Lakshmi Devi, then this. Instead, I can go to Krishna. No, he's going to give me everything. So then you will learn. After some years of experience, you will say, oh, better to pray Krishna only, because Lakshmi Devi automatically will come. Every jnana will come, everything will come if I worship the Lord, worship Krishna. So that will take some time. Okay. This is very important again. Yeah. The intricacies of action are very hard to understand. So we are doing all these actions, very difficult to understand. For example, in this picture, you can find It's now today's generation, like they would like to show their skin so much. Actually, the clothes are put to, cover your body, main parts at least. But they keep the tone, more the tone cloth, more it will be costly. That is how the fashion has become. So people like to show their skin. So, I mean, you may, Bhagwan must be thinking, see, I made you a human being now. Means out of your karma only you become a human being. But as a human being, are you doing your duty of, only a human being can praise the Lord and worship the Lord and, bhajan karo, kirtan karo. All these things can be done only by a human being. None of the other 84 lakh species we saw yesterday. None of the other species can do. Only a human being can do. But being a human being, you are not doing, you are behaving like an animal. So what are we supposed to understand? Oh, you would like to go naked, or most of the time you remain naked. Okay, that is what you like. From next Janma, you'll get next Janma you are getting a tree form. So the man or woman will be in the same. They have drawn very, nicely. They will be in that same tree form for almost 700 acres, because some good trees, that sustains for longer years. Okay, human being, okay, 50, 60, 70, you will be taken up, another body. But as a tree, you will be living for long in the same position with naked. So none of the trees were dressed and all. Or you are more interested in, eating that, just kill and, cut it with knife and fork and all that, because our hands are all tiny, tiny nails. We don't have big teeth also, all small, small teeth. Only to, even to cut vegetables also, we need to cook and then only we can eat. And our teeth are so weak, we can't eat raw also. That way we have become so weak. But still, no, I want to kill the animal. Some animal I have to kill and put masala and I have to taste it. So use the fork and use a knife and do all that. Then Bhagwan will be thinking, okay, that if that is what you aspire for, okay, I'll give you the same, that sort of a what body I'll give you. So he will make us a wild animal. A wild animal need not have to use fork and spoon and all. He'll have his nails, his teeth will be so strong that he can immediately catch and tear it and he can eat. So next Janma is confirmed that he will become a tiger or some wild animal. Or if a person is very lazy, not interested in going to mandir or do japa or anything, okay, then in next Janma he is going to become a bear. Why bear? Teddy bear. All the children we can see, small children are all given a big teddy bear. Go, sleep. Instead of hugging mummy, papa and all, the child is actually hugging the teddy bear and sleeping. It was very cozy, cozy, cozy. So the bear is you become a bear because you would like to always sleep, sleep, sleep. You become a bear. And this is not a fun thing. This is actual thing, what is said in Bhagavad Gita. Or else you like to eat anything, whichever is floating in water or whichever is, just flying in the air or whichever is just crawling and what's, wriggling and all that. That also I want to taste. I want to roast and taste it, how it sounds, how it kar sound, how it tastes. If you're interested in eating all that, whatever you see, whatever you want see, see or hear, you want to taste. Okay, then you become what? A pig. You can find where the pig goes normally. Pig is always in the gutter. Normally we just goes of years and we walk, but the pig will go to the gutter and it eats. I don't know what it eats in the gutter. So you will become a pig. So this is the facts. So the intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. That we need to be very careful, and we have to accordingly follow. But one simple thing what we have to do is anything related to spiritual studies, yes, it will not take you to bad path. You are doing you're on the right path. Only that don't expect anything in return. So no punya karma will also follow you. So you'll be freed of punya and papa. So you no baggage. You're free, no baggage. So you're on the akarma path. So your path is smooth and soft ride, and you just go in an elevator. Not climbing stairs. That will take time. So we'll be in an elevator rocket. So we'll read the God's abode quickly and earlier. Yes. Yagnya Sishtas, this is what number 13. Okay. This is most important. Every shloka is important. This is very important. Yagnya Sishtasina Santo Bhuchyante Sarva Kilbishaihi Gunjate Twagam Papa. Ye Pachanti Atma Karana Gunjate. What you're eating, what you're enjoying. You are actually committing sin. What? The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. You offer it, whatever you eat. Morning, you're drinking milk. Yes, boil the milk, offer it to the Lord. One Hare Krishna Nama Japa, have the milk. Or whatever you few people are having coffee, tea, learngita, whatever, any drink. So naturally, nay, I take juice. Okay, that juice also you can keep it in front. Now I eat fruit. Okay, keep the fruit in front of the Lord. One Hare Krishna Nama Japa, then you eat. It becomes prasad. But whatever you eat, my mouth, my taste bud says that today I have to have this. So you make it and you eat, not offering the Lord. It becomes what? Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. So no wonder our sins are not getting depleted at all. Every time, if there is any accountant there, Chitragupta telling us every day that this, that data. But what every day I'm doing japa and all that, still what my account is not getting the people, then we will know because we are eating without offering the Lord. So our sin is still not getting depleted. It gets added. So many things in a day you can find so many things we eat. So, but Bhagwan ko chadane ke liye, you cannot bring outside food and give. You have to make it. And what you make it, that only you can offer, and that only you are supposed to eat. So the people who are eating only to appease their taste buds, they are actually verily eat only sin. So the sins are getting increasing. So, but devotees of the Lord eat only the food which is offered to the Lord. So in detail, you'll come to know. Wait for all the 18 days to get over, or at least 10, 12 days to get over, and slowly you'll come to know. But these are all explained in each chapters. So that has to be explained. In 9th chapter, in detail, it is given. Yes. So why are we giving that food to? See, even this, we are cutting the vegetable also, we are actually cutting. Okay, the life, the plant is also a life. We are cutting it naturally. Even the plant will we are hurting them. But the difference between killing an animal and killing a plant is the plant is not uprooted totally. Kothmir and all that, small plant, yes, you uproot. I mean, that is what is life. Well, if you don't uproot, it will go. It will get spoiled. It will go dry up or, it will get spoiled. That's all. The life is very short. You take it, you eat it. But there are big, trees and all. We just cut. We cut, mango, whatever. We just cut coconut or anything. So, uske liye what we do is we offer to the Lord. Yes, of course, we are committing a sin by cutting. We are taking out. But the difference between cutting an animal and this is we are not uprooting the entire plant, whereas we are actually killing a family. I mean, one animal ka family, say one part we are killing and eating. That is very, very bad. So, but again, what we are supposed to do, we have to offer it to the Lord. After taking out the plant, we are taking it and cooking with that, and then offer it to the Lord for whatever we have done. See, we have to survive, so we have to depend on the food. So, and then one Hare Krishna, all the small sins will get wiped out. No, annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyat anna sambhavah yajnat bhavati parjanyo yajnah karma samudbhavah. All living bodies subsist on food grains. Right from chiti, right from ant. You will see all the one sugar cup thing you put. I don't know from where that ant ka pura, the battalion comes out. And it will come to eat that, to try to take one, that small sugar ka thing, 4 or 5 ants will try to take it and, where it goes, we won't. So everybody, all the living beings subsist on food grains. And how the food grains are grown, which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by performance of yajna. And yajna is born of prescribed duties. What is prescribed duties? Of the Bhagavan jo Sama Veda and all that, Yajur Veda, Atharvana Veda and all these Vedas. What is Vedas? It is all the prescribed yajna ke bare mein, all these details are given there. What you do, which yajna you have to do for getting what? Putra kamishti, this yajna. So what do you get? You get putra. Like that many, that is one example I just remembered. Like that many things are given. So it is all like, to get something. It's all the Falashruti is also given. Falashruti is the, by doing this, what you're going to get, that is also mentioned below. So you're doing all this. So yajna is done as an offer to the Lord, of course. And because of that yajna, you get rain. And because of that rain, all these food grains are grown. And because the fruit grains are grown, you are able to consume it. And you have to give it as a thanksgiving prayer to the Lord. You have to offer it to God. So it is because of Bhagwan ye sab ho raha hai na, for that matter. What is it? It's no movie. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. My neck problem. 1 second. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare yeah, Hare Krishna. You're there in the class? So, I mean, what are you seeing? You can see me talking or anything? No. Logged out. That is what I wanted to ask. Yeah, just ask the notice to be there. I don't know, some net connection is there. It is getting connected, but my this is what's frozen. My screen is frozen. Yeah, but net is, I mean, my power is there, everything there. So I gave stop share. So again I will share. So in 2 minutes I may be joining. Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Not one. Dimna yaar, இப்படி ஒரு பிடித்தல். Krishna, Krishna. Jana. நேரம் யார் God. Hare Krishna, I am audible.